Hey everyone, this is Chris. I was going to talk about the season 1 outcomes report and just kind of talk about Halo Infinite and the state that Halo's in right now. Personally, I've had a very hard time even wanting to go play Halo. I've noticed a lot of my friends have almost no reason to play Halo, at least they, coming out and saying that. It seems as though just generally the state of Halo is at a very low point because this game was supposed to come out and just be like, I don't know if it was unfair that it was supposed to have such a high level of hype around it. But, you know, we expected more, and it seems like we got less, but also less in terms of just communication and stuff coming out for the game. So, um, yeah, so this came out on Friday, right? 3 days ago. So today's Monday. Can we do dates? Yeah, 3 days ago. Um, yeah, so they kind of talk about stuff here. So I was just going to go over it and, maybe you like Halo and you just want to learn about it. Maybe you don't like Halo and you want to learn about it. Maybe you just want to hear the sound of my voice. As someone who's passionate about Halo, talking about things I like, I don't know. Maybe this is cringy. Just let's watch it. So let's read through together as a family. Okay, I'll be your librarian to read to you. Um, So the first thing that kind of just made me annoyed when I was reading this is they're saying they're paying close attention to community feedback, addressing what we can in a timely manner. Like that just kind of makes me see red because I'm like, bro, what do you mean? It's your game. What do you mean? There's so many things that I feel like that haven't been addressed. Clearly, communicating with what we're working on with our closer look blogs and prioritizing future content and features internally based on player input. I have been doing insider tests on MCC for Xbox and PC for, I don't know, since like 2018. And I feel like all the input I gave them didn't really accomplish very much. I told them that I really, in MCC it did, but I feel like they had so many good things that were implemented from that data that was driven in that were then just seemingly abandoned for Halo Infinite. It was really bizarre. So that just kind of is annoying to me. See, and they learned stuff from all the flights of the previews. Like, why wouldn't you also implement the same philosophy? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Um, Months leading up to release, they were fully focused on launching it with very little room to begin work on the majority of these areas. And I almost wish they delayed it again, or I don't know. I would rather have had it delayed than launch incomplete at this point. During last year's pre-release flights, we highlighted the positively received and the key feedback areas on Halo, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Twitch. It seems like it's been a long time, and I don't know why we have to wait for season 2. Like, again, this is Microsoft's flagship game, but whatever. What do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet. I don't make games for a living. So there's some updates here. Season 2 does launch on May 3rd, so we got a little bit, like about a month. I actually have not played the campaign of the game. I have been waiting for Halo, the multiplayer, to be supported. So for co-op specifically, because I want to go through it with a friend. That's how I've always played Halo. So I'm still waiting, and I don't know. I guess that's going to come out sometime eventually, hopefully. And I don't know if that's going to be addressed in here. So the ability to hear opponent's shield recharge will be reduced. That's awesome. Because yeah, sometimes that shit does give it away. I don't think I've almost ever heard any other player's shields recharging in another game. The volume of this will be increased in the campaign. Okay, whatever. There's going to be a new map called Catalyst on day 1 of the new season. I would have liked at least 2 or 3 new maps. I feel like every time there's been a new expansion pack for Halo in the past, it's been like 2 or 3 maps. Maybe it's different if it's free to play. That's fine. I guess whatever. At least it's better than nothing. And I hope that I hope we see this. I'd like to see some hype generated marketing wise for this. King of the Hill. It's a game mode that already existed. That's awesome, I guess. To give us some more variety. Attrition, which will be added. I don't know why they took it out as a limited time event. It's a very interesting mode. Um, Changes it up a little bit. An attrition or revived player will be able to move. Motion radar will have its outer edges detected. Shooting and sprinting, which I guess is good. That the radar always seemed very bizarre in this Halo game to me. Maybe I'm just a noob now. I couldn't figure it out like the whole time. I'm just like, I don't know. It seems like the people just move super fast through that thing. There's a new BTB map. Okay, so there's more than one map. There's a BTB map. Um, it's an arena map, but whatever. Jeff Steitzer's voice is returning, which I don't know why they ever took this man's voice out. This guy could say anything to me. Like, he could just tell me, like, somebody close to me died, but I'd be like, well, at least Jeff Steitzer told me. Like, I'm not that upset. Thanks, buddy. Just sounds, he sounds very, pretty much like a video game announcer. I think just is heavily modeled around Jeff Steitzer. So that'd be cool. Asymmetrical weapon rack spawns. Okay. I guess I don't really play that much BTB because it wasn't working. I don't know if they're going to address that in this blog post. Matchmaking, rather than tracking a player's entire session, the CSR progression bar will now reflect the progress made from the most recent match. Wait, what? Does the CSR not do that? I didn't know that. I thought the CSR was just every game. Addressing some custom game bugs with more coming down the road. See, like, this is the stuff that makes me annoyed when they just kind of leave this like really vague stuff. Like, yeah, in season 2, we plan on talking about Forge, a huge part of the game that would allow you to have more maps. Like, you've used this a lot. Like, Forge World was a huge part of Halo Reach. You know, like that made that game artificially extend a lot. Personal AI and Sparta chatter balance adjustments were made to emphasize what's most important for players. Yeah, there's a lot of people like talking over each other all the time. And I was like, I can't even hear what's happening and no one is talking. It's just like the AI calling weapons out and then my AI being like, spectacular kill, Spartan. And they're just like someone's just like, help me. I can't tell what's happening. So that'll be nice, I suppose. That PC apparently has noticeable stability improvements. So has resolved dozens of PC crashes. Does that mean bugs that cause crashes? I don't know what this even means, but that's good because I don't play on PC, but a lot of people that do, their games just crash and nothing you can do. I want to say that one of my friends, I saw on Twitter today, he's playing an FFA tournament, and he got DQ'd, or not DQ'd, but he just quit out, or the game crashed on him when he was in first, and he lost because it just disconnected with 5 minutes left or something. You know, I think that's a really common issue on the PC. Melee fights should be more consistent with phasing through and whiffing. So the melee should work better. Okay. I don't know. Like, I wish that there was more explanation, but that's good, I guess. Like, is this like as soon as if you tell me that you fix this, like, what does this have to wait for season 2? Like, just put it in the game now, you know? Weapons, a global melee damaging decrease of 10% on all weapons requires the Mangler to land 2 shots. I'm not really sure why they didn't just change this to the melee or specifically for the Mangler, but whatever. I guess that's good. Maybe I'll survive some beatdowns. Although that game does feel like Mike Tyson's Punch Out sometimes. That game, the melees could just relax, I suppose, if I'm remembering. The Ravager, we'll see damage increase. Like, okay, I do like how there's so many different guns in Halo Infinite that feel different, as opposed to other ones where it was like, okay, well, here's just the 2 you should probably use the whole time. Yeah, I would like to see the other weapons become more useful. Make it a little bit more difficult, you know, skill gap wise for everyone. Friend or foe recognition. System will now have options allowing players to modify opacity and thickness. Okay, that's good, I guess. I wish that, you know, I don't even know, man. The fact that the outlines are very visually confusing to me, so I'm hoping that this does fix it. But I guess we'll just have to see. Equipment drop all, we'll see performance increases, overshield, slightly more shielding, which is good, I guess. Sometimes that overshield does feel like it's wasted. The drop wall will see the increases. I feel like the drop wall is pretty powerful, but okay. Chopper collision will be increased. Banshee agility will be increased. These things should be more resistant to flipping and bouncing. That's good because, yeah, there was a lot like the weapons just feel like you're playing with a cardboard cutout or something. Desire for auto sprint, colorblind, audio, which is good. They should have more accessibility in the game for sure. It's insane that they don't really have those because you look at a lot of their AAA releases for like Naughty Dog games. They seem like they just have so many things. It's almost like a debug, thing you could get. It's like a QA tester. They just give you that in the game. So anyway, I guess they're doing that. They got some feedback and then responses. I guess. Just trying to make sure I didn't. Multiplayer, untimed drills. Yeah, expect endless weapon drills. I really would like them to copy what they have in Valorant and Apex. There's a lot of good ideas in that entire thing. What? Like, I don't want to read these paragraphs. How long is this blog? What? Hold on. Wait. So they're just talking about. Yeah, it just seems like they basically published like the bug log, and they didn't really have any deadlines. I'm confused by how long some of these are. More adjustable game modes and custom games browser. But I think they pretty much just keep saying like, yeah, it's pretty sick. We'll put it in eventually. Aiming. We'll be working with our sandbox team to ensure aiming for PC feels great. Desync. We're aware of desync, specifically melee. Why is it broken up like this? Dude, this is just confusing. Like, we already read a whole bunch of this stuff. Movement. Physics. Like, do I need to read any of this? Yeah. Anti-cheat strategy. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, there's still no talk about other ranked playlists. There's no team snipers. There's no Forge. There's no, I don't know, just a better online system than CSR. I feel like I'm not very motivated to try to do anything except just play this socially, but the social thing just makes it so I'm playing against people who are like, in the top 10% of the Halo players. Not to humbly brag, but I'm pretty amazing. It's just like reading this made me a little depressed. Like, I like that they're working on it. I think it's really good. I just feel like very cynical. I just want to casually enjoy the game. Maybe that's my fault for just being someone who likes to play Halo so much that I just expect it to be like better. And not something where, it's like I have the arena playlist that's super competitive and makes me sweat my ass off. I have the BTB thing that crashes the whole time. There's no like ranked FFA. God, Jesus, dude. Can't talk. There's no ranked Lone Wolves playlist. There's no other playlists. There's no Team Snipers. There's no variety. There's no like action sack stuff. It's kind of just like, yeah, if you want to play, here you go. Here's the. It's very bare bones. I felt like there was a lot of feedback that I've been giving. The rest of the Halo community has been giving. We've all been working with 343, and I'm still unable to play the campaign the way I want to with my friends at the same time. Maybe that just means that I just wait a little longer, and that's fine. You know, what's the difference, I guess, right? Between if it was delayed and if I just wait for them to fix it after it's been released. But I'm just going to wait for season 2 and try to stay as optimistic as I can. Maybe I'm just down on this, just reading it, because it seems like, they still didn't even talk about anti cheat in here. They're just like, yeah, please keep reporting them on our website. And I know they work really hard on it, but it just seems almost like, a bigger picture issue. Like it almost seems like Microsoft isn't giving Halo enough resources. They're not treating this the same way that they should within in terms of budgeting. Like I was there at the Riley event. It was awesome. There were so many people that were excited for Halo. And then since then it's just been like almost nothing in the game to make it so you want to go play. So anyway, this is Chris. Talking about the newest Halo Waypoint blog, just like every other Halo YouTube person. But I think it's good 343 is working on stuff. I really would like them to just move quicker through fixing stuff. You don't have to wait for the next season, dude. If you think you need to I don't know, man. If you're gonna do games as a service, you got to keep up with the speed of Fortnite. You got to do everything at the speed of Fortnite if you're if you're gonna keep people's attention. You can't wait. Yeah, that should be the number one insight. You gotta move faster. I think that we've all been very clear about what we want. And I feel like if you keep just saying like, yeah, we'll work on listening to you in the future update, like where's the roadmap, bro? Like we've all been begging you and pleading you. We're like crying, pleading, and you're like, no. We will give you the blog updates and outcomes. Like they're probably gonna release a thing tomorrow that says this, but I just would really like to see a little bit more effort from like the transparency about what's going on. I feel like, I don't know, I don't need to be in the upper echelon of Microsoft to know that season 2 is going to have a couple new modes 3 months from release. Like, yeah, just put that out there. Whatever. Anyway, this is Chris. Stay beautiful. That's it. That's all I got. I hope you like listening to my voice as I very sleepily read through this. I've been up for a long time, okay? It's hard. It's hard being old. Bye-bye.